Good morning. Excuse me, the voice is still coming back to us. And once I'm up for a little while, the voice does come back. Good morning, good morning. Coffee with Priscilla this terrific Tuesday, number 234. Good morning, Pam. Let's see what we're going to focus on this morning, shall we? I've got to get to the office, and we have fog this morning, so I got to keep this show moving. Here we go. I draw love and romance into my life, and I accept it now. Hi, Don. Hey, Frank. Look at that one, guys. I draw love and romance into my life, and I accept it now. Woohoo! Who doesn't want to draw love and romance into their life? I don't know anybody. All right, let's see what words Velma has for us, shall we? Excuse me. All right, can you believe this, let's see. 1, 2, 3, today's the 3rd. All right. Thank you, Frank. Yes, I'm feeling better. I'm alive. Now my husband's sick. Wasn't that mean of me to get him sick? Ugh. Okay, from Velma. The Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. Does not mean we will always get everything we want. It means we will be happy and contented with what we have. True blessing is not about stuff, even though it often includes material things. But what we should strive for is to be content and grateful for our lot in life. This is the true blessing of God. So true. Hi, Christy. How are you, love? So here's the deal. Absolutely. There's blessings there for you guys as long as you are following your true destiny. Do you know what that is? It's so funny. I was going to talk about this yesterday. It actually was on top of mind. But I'm going to be actually writing a book about passion, finding your passion. I do have a book that I read that was suggested to me, but I was also encouraged to do one of my own. Just put my own little spin on it. I think it's cool that somebody actually reached out and felt like I had the ability to help people find their passion. I think that's awesome. That I could maybe help you find that. And, it's so important, guys. Without that, we're just here doing what, comes about kind of a thing, which is fine if that's it for you. And when I say that's it, I just mean if that is what makes you happy, awesome. But if you have a passion, a burning desire, or you even have the desire, years ago, I had the desire to make a difference. I felt like being in the mortgage business, I wasn't really making a difference. Now, I shared that with people close to me, and they assured me that I was making a difference. But it still didn't quite feel like I was fulfilling everything that I was meant to fulfill. And, who would have known that I would have lost my son to suicide, and then there with that comes a huge passion that I have to my survivor moms. It's just a tough arena to be in for anybody, but obviously I relate to moms because I am one, and with that, just being able to make sure any mom who loses a child never wants their child to be forgotten. I mean, that is so important, because soon after any tragedy, that goes by the wayside, and then people don't talk about your child anymore. And you want to, and people are afraid. People don't really know what to say to you, especially, when there's suicide involved. A lot of people don't want to talk to you at all. But, again, I needed to. I had this vision. It isn't about me. It was placed on my heart to have a home for young adults like my son, who suffered from a mental illness and who just wanted to learn a trade or a skill that they could be successful at taking care of themselves. They don't want somebody to just take care of them. Hey, Madison, they want to be able to take care of themselves. It's very important to them. And yet, hey, Roxanne, and yet they really aren't equipped to do your traditional trades, right? They're never going to be able to do a 9-to-5 job where they have to be there at a certain time and, long stints. It just is too structured for them, and they could keep it up for a little bit, but then they'll have a bad day, and then that's the end of that. So they really are, needing to learn a trade, some skill that they can do where they have a little bit more control over having a bad day and, having self-care in that regard. So, Clifford's house, and my son, he absolutely loved to fish. There'll be a pond. I don't know how I got off onto this, but just finding your passion, guys. Whatever you have a deep desire for, that nothing will stop you from making that happen. I guess that's where that came from. Nothing will stop me from seeing that through before I'm gone from this earth, period. I know it. It's been over 10 years of this vision, and some people have come and gone, and everybody was like, oh, how's that coming along? And I'm like, well, nothing really is going on just quite yet. And I now know that it's because there was so much I needed to learn along the way. That's why I always tell you, embrace the difficulties that you go through, because there is a lesson there for you. And if you don't learn it the first time, then you're going to have to learn it again. You must embrace that valley, so to speak. We talk about peaks and valleys. I had a long valley. So just learn to observe yourself, learn to embrace your journey so that you don't have to have that same thing, that same lesson again, if you will, because there's always a lesson in there. People say there's always something positive that comes out of a negative situation, and there is, but I think that if you don't embrace it, then you might miss out on the good that can come out of it. Does that make sense? Hi, Trisha. So anyway, yes, I'm going to be writing a book about finding your passion. Don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm tossing it out there. I'd love to get your feedback on what you think about that. And yeah, let's go find out who we are. Spread some love today. I always say, one of my hashtags is spread some love today. It just is. If you're out there spreading love, then you're creating some positivity. And when you give love, you get some back. So today we're wanting to draw love and romance into our life, right? Well, if we're going to do that, we need to give some love out in the world. So let's do that, shall we? And, make it a terrific Tuesday, because it is. We get to choose. We get to choose what our day is going to be. And it's the truth, guys. There may be some that hits you hard, but as long as you've got a true passion, something deep within you, and you know where you're headed, it keeps you from letting those down days or those down moments define who you are and knock you off your track. Okay? So you have to have that. You have to have something that you're doing, you're aspiring to, that's so passionate to you that nothing will stop you. That's what I want for you. So if I can help you, let me know. Thank you, Dawn. You too. All right, guys. Peace. I love you. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.